Once again, you need to excuse my voice. I had talked about it before. I had some damage to my vocal cords because of incompetent hospital. So my voice is hoarse. I had did a video and touched on this subject, but I deleted it. And then after thinking about it more, I need to give my 2 cents worth because it's a very important subject. First of all, I want to preface by saying I have many, many years experience in the psych field, so I don't talk on something that I don't know about. And it's come to my attention that there's just more and more ignorant stuff coming out in the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case from so-called professionals. And I talked about this in the beginning, but I've got to talk about it again. There have been many so-called like former FBI agents, detectives, psychologists that have gone on some bigger YouTube channels, talking about the profile about Bryan and all this crap. And it's a real embarrassment of some of the stuff they've said. They're talking about profiles from like 50 years ago, just saying the same old crap. They say it for every killer, the same crap. And it's horrible because what they're saying is idiotic, and it's bad because they're on a big YouTube channels and people think because of their credentials that they are correct. And there's a lot of gullible, ignorant people that watch these videos and will believe these people. They don't know any better because they have a title and they think what they're saying is true. Let's talk about the incel thing. I know about the incel thing very much so. I have studied them thoroughly. I have been in groups to study and research them. I have known many of them. An incel does not usually go on dates. If they do, they don't get nowhere. Most of them have never had a girlfriend, and almost all of them have never had sex. Bryan was not an incel. He had friends that were females. He had girlfriends. They've even said this, He had a friend that just came out a few days ago and said that Bryan definitely had girlfriends. There's been a couple of girls were talking about being friends with him, showed pictures of them together. They said he had girlfriends. One said talked about who he dated. That's not an incel, but you have these idiots saying that he is. He is not a freaking incel. They say, well, he got bullied by girls. That doesn't mean shit. Do you know how many people get bullied and knocked down by girls at that age? If that was the case, majority of the men would be considered incels. So it irritates the hell out of me, these idiots saying this. Then there was someone that got on one of these shows and said, oh, he's suppressing his cannibalistic nature because he's a vegan. How the fuck is him being vegan suppressing cannibalistic nature? I mean, if that was the case, look how many vegans would be cannibals. It blows my freaking mind. It's such an embarrassment to them and to their field. But you will have people on YouTube that will believe this crap. They're putting him in a box, of textbook stuff that they've learned years ago that doesn't fit everybody now. Times have changed. Profiles are different. People are different. That's just like when you have a doctor that only goes by what he learned in the textbook, but won't go by an individual case. Everyone's different. No two people are alike. Yes, if you have a certain disease, you might show traits, and lots of people might show those traits, but there can be tons of people that don't fit that textbook. That's just like me with my health issues. I am not a textbook person. But anyway, and I just hear so many of the stupid comments, and a lot of these so-called detectives and ex-FBI people and psychologists and people on News Nation too, are saying he's definitely guilty. You can't say that. People are not guilty until proven innocent. You're innocent until proven guilty. We know very little bit about this case, and the little bit that we do know is questionable because we don't know if Dylan and Bethany told the truth or if they admitted a lot of stuff. So it is very ignorant for these people to get on these YouTube channels and say all the stupid shit they're saying, because they are influencing a lot of people. And you cannot say someone is 100% innocent or 100% guilty with the teeny bit of information that we got and with all of the possibilities in this case. Yes, there are some cases where you can highly speculate that a person is guilty, but in this case you can't. Do I believe Bryan has something to do with it? Yes, but we don't know if other people were in the house, because it would have been odd if they weren't. We don't know if other people were with him. We don't know what Dylan or Bethany are hiding. We don't know anything. There were other cars in that area that had the same type of car. There's just too many possibilities to say for 100% sure he's guilty or 100% sure he's innocent. But my whole point is, you cannot listen to these experts wholeheartedly. You have to take what they're saying with a cup of salt, because they're saying very ignorant shit. That he was a vegan suppressing cannibalistic desires. He's an incel. He fits into this old profile of what they learned 40, 50 years ago. Very ignorant crap. So people, please take what you hear with a grain of salt, because so many of these so-called, specialists and whatever are saying severely ignorant crap. So that's it, guys. Please check out my other videos. Check out my upcoming videos. If you like someone that speaks intelligently, that looks at all possibilities and does not mince words, please hit that like and subscribe button. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are.